Osio Tohitu. My name is Larry Gent, and I'm chair of the Native American Ministries Committee here in the Virginia Conference. Sunday, April 14th, 2024 is Native American Ministries Sunday, and today I want to talk to you about living your Eucharist. Now, that word, Eucharist, was not originally a holy or sacramental word. It simply means thanksgiving. I invite you to explore thanks living with me today in a way that shapes and informs our lives, our world, even the very cosmos. In other words, I want to say that Eucharist is as basic to the fundamental design of God's creation as electrons, protons, and photons. In our native spiritual traditions, we understand that it is not possible to have life without something or someone laying down the gift of life. Sometimes that gift is beautiful, sometimes it is terrible, but at all times it is the gift of life which makes life possible. In fact, it just might be the peculiar American myth of self-sufficiency, which creates the illusion that we can have life without price. In other words, Americans are prone to believe that we can have Easter without the price of Good Friday. In our traditional Native American warrior culture, we are called to lay down our lives for one another. Of course, everyone knows what a Native American warrior looks like, right? All warriors ride painted ponies bareback and have steely-eyed stares. The warriors, that is, not the ponies. Well, the truth is that in a healthy warrior culture, you're more likely to find a warrior cutting wood for an elderly widow than to be out chasing buffalo. Oh, it's easy to lay down your life when you are called upon to be brave and vanquish some evil foe. But real heroes show up every day to stand for those who cannot stand for themselves. Jesus understood that. When Jesus said, "The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep," that's what he meant. The sheep were headed into a stone fold like this. These are still in use in the Near East to this day. And at night, the shepherd would lay down in that gap. Any creature that came to kill, any thief that came to steal, had to go through the shepherd. The good shepherd literally lays down their life in that gap. This is what great warriors do every day of their lives. Oh, and by the way, this is the reason that in our traditional societies, women have always been honored as the greatest warriors. Men, you see, can only save life by spilling blood, but women can give life through their blood. That is an act of courage, sacrifice, and heroism that no man can match. That is a true warrior. But you see, it's not just human nature that is designed to give life that we might have life. All creation follows this design. We believe that this is because our Creator made creation to reveal our spiritual truth. All creation sings to us of the Eucharist. Did you see the sun come up this morning? The sun is the source of all energy on earth, and energy is the source of life. But the sun is burning itself out every single day that we might have life. The sun is slowly dying to give us our daily resurrection. In our native languages, the trees are not inanimate. They are the standing people or the tall people. We would never think of felling a tree without pausing to give thanks and returning an offering to the earth for that life. Look around your room right now at all the ways the tall people have given you warmth and shelter and comfort and beauty. Even your very next breath of air is given by the tall people so that you might have life. The tall people are a Eucharistic gift to us two-legged ones. The same is true of the river. The river is not just running water. Its name in original languages is Longman. He lives with his head in the mountains and his feet in the sea. When we drink of the river, we are drinking the very lifeblood of the earth. The Longman gives us, and all creation, life from his very veins. Now pause and look at the night skies above us. Consider how many stars are burning there. Every one of them is a sun, and every one of them is giving us light and life and beauty and wonder. And every one of them is dying as it lights up our skies. How special is that? Now, I want to invite you to consider for a moment the possibility, just the possibility, that God created all of this simply to show us the power of Eucharist, the gift of life. Just consider the possibility that God created all the heavens above just to show us how big our Eucharist can be, just so we can fall on our knees and look up and say, wow. Yes, I know there is the possibility that God created life in other corners of the galaxy as well. But honestly, we have absolutely no proof of that. In fact, there is more solid evidence that Sasquatch is running around our neighborhoods than that there are aliens anywhere in the cosmos. All we have is this glorious world and the starry skies above. Now, the problem is that our world has been reshaped to make us forget that reality. We're surrounded by endless gifts of life, cleverly wrapped for our convenience, insulating us from the fact that every one of those packages represents a life laid down for us. Now, I confess, I don't think about that while I'm shopping. I forget about that while I'm in the store. I don't fall down on my knees beside the frozen peas and start making Eucharist. In fact, I don't feel thankful at all. I'm just grouchy about the prices going up. Even the gasoline we burn was once a living creature that laid down its life to form our petroleum. Without that Eucharistic gift, our world would literally stop. Nevertheless, I have never gotten down on my knees to give thanks for those fallen critters while I watch my salary pouring into the gas tank. So we forget the price that's been paid so that we might have life and have it more abundantly. That's why God calls us to table to clear up our amnesia. The early church called it our anamnesis, our sacred anti-amnesia ceremony, our sacrament of remembrance. At this table, we are changed. We are not simply reminded of that sacrifice, but we receive the gift of life that changes us. Now, you may not know it, but you've participated in another form of anamnesis. The story you tell the doctor about what ails you when you first go in for your appointment, that's called your anamnesis. It's not a diagnosis, but it is your memory of what's been going on with you and what's been hurting you. At this table, our anamnesis, our story, our memories are changed. Our diagnosis is revised. We're no longer hopeless and helpless sinners. We become children of the Most High God, gifted with a new story, ready for a new diagnosis. I think I understand that need for a new memory better now than ever. My memory's getting more fickle every day. Perhaps you've also reached this moment. You stand before this cryogenic cornucopia, mesmerized by the sight as you hold open the fridge door. Solomon, in all his glory, had none of these choices. And so we look at this in wonder and we pause as we ask, was I putting something in or taking something out? Our memories need to be restored, and so we're invited to table. But this is just the beginning. The Eucharist is not a destination, not an end point, but a reminder of the essence of life, the nature of the cosmos. It's opening up our entire life reality. Eucharist is out here in the skies. And whispering in the trees. And laughing in the streams. And glowing in the sunrise. And roaming through our neighborhoods. The Good Shepherd calls us to Eucharist, to receive this gift of life, this beautiful gift, this terrible gift, to receive this gift of life so we can freely give it away. Your Eucharist, your gift of thanksgiving, your act of anamnesis is bigger than you think. Let that Eucharist grow until it joins the unending song of creation, that song of life.